So the first step is going to be to somehow connect some pieces of angle to the lawnmower so that we can start building the front. So I just took these off some shelving. You should be able to find something like this around your house. It's got a common keyhole slot, which should allow me to use screws and washers to connect to the rest of the snowplow. So you'll notice that down here on my lawnmower, I've got a big bracket with some holes in it. If you have a riding lawnmower, you likely have something similar on the front. So step one is I found this screw. It's a 1/4 thread. Just got a washer and a nut on it, and I'm going to use this to connect to that bracket. In case you're wondering, I used a little tin snips to cut this angle iron. You'll need 7/16 wrench and a little screwdriver. So I'm just using some wood screws and a couple washers to hold this metal key slot onto the wood. So the plan is to take one of these lag bolts and drill it right through these 3 boards here. Seems like we're in business so far. I'm able to pivot this guy now, so we should be able to change the direction of the plow. I ended up using 4 screws right through this to tee into this other 2x4. Hopefully that's enough to support it. One of the things you'll need is a rain barrel. And as you can see, this plastic piece was cut out of this rain barrel. It's pretty easy to use a circular saw. As you can see here, you're going to need 2 of these. So somehow you got to connect these 2 things together. I ended up using just a little machine screw with a nut. I pre-drilled the hole, and then I put one right here, and I put one on this side as well. Alright, so far I've got a couple screws holding this thing in. Still got my machine screws clamping the plow. Alright, so I added this bracket underneath the plow to help support it. There's another one of those machine screws drilled through here. I just cut off the edge of this angle so it wouldn't grind on the ground, and then I screwed it right into this 2x4 in the back. That should give it some more support. And I did that on both sides, as you can see. Alright, so somehow I'd like to be able to lift this plow up and down. My plan is to use a pulley system. I found this pulley from an old bike rack. You can probably just use anything really. Plan is to take this T. So I've got this piece of plywood that I cut out, and should be good for now. Alright, so I attached this T, and then as you can see up top here, got a little pulley. There's a screw here holding it in, and a screw here holding it in, just a couple wood screws. And the pulley attaches down to the plow, and then I just have some light gauge wire right here. I just tied it around a bracket and attach the wire to a screw over here. Basically, you unhook it, it releases the plow. So while you're plowing, all you have to do is grab your rope. Snowplow's at. Like this. So down here, I've got an angle bracket that I bent up a little bit so that the angle wouldn't be so sharp. And then up here, I've got a screw attached to some wood. And you can push it and reattach. This should work pretty well. I also created some stops here. I put this screw in on this side and this screw in on this side.